This is Catalina Byrd with Be More News, and I have an absolutely interesting and rare opportunity to interview my big brother, my mentor, my dear friend,
You say that
Doni
now.
Glover. I say it in present company, and I say some other things when we're in
Yeah,
private.
that's what I'm saying.
That's what family does. We don't air our dirty laundry all over the place. How are you?
I got no dirty laundry.
You don't have no dirty
Hello,
laundry?
how are you? Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
You know, one of the questions I've always wanted to ask you, Donnie, and it's funny because
Nice
you talk
outfit.
about it. Thank you, thank you. Kid doesn't do too bad. Is what made you want to give back? What made you such an adamant leader about passing the ball? Why did you come find people like me and Bobby and Hassan and Janor and put so much invested time that absolutely came without monetary value in our future and our goals and our dreams?
I would have to credit my late father, Donald E. Glover, Dr. Glover. He said, with a closed hand, nothing gets in, nothing gets out. With an open hand, there are endless possibilities, and the moral to the story is help somebody. I saw him give kids who graduated from high school money, kind of like the
You didn't give us no money.
neighborhood
Why you didn't give us no
scholarships money. And a lot of times,
Bobby, we need a check. We about to call.
a lot of times, if you can't give money, you can take the time and mentor. 44% of America's prison population is black and male, looks just like me, but yet we as a people, man, woman, boy, and child in the black community, we comprise less than 20% of the country's population. There's some disparity in that scenario. So those of us who have some modicum of success or some modicum of having made it, I think we have the innate responsibility to reach back, like the movie Sankofa. You know, you got to reach back to move forward. And I'm not meaning looking back with just, you know, we get there, we get out Liberty Road, we get down to Prince George's County, no longer living in Southeast, Anacostia, Murphy Homes, Perkins, Projects. You know, we no longer live there. We now live in the burbs. But we forget the connection. What you laughing at? We forget our connection. We get out there, we think we've arrived. Oh, I'm not going down the
There
North
was some
Avenue.
that would argue that remembering your connection in some grades holds you back.
And
How
that's
is it
why
that
our
you've
people
been
are
able
where
to
we are.
reach back
That's
and not
why
be
our
held back?
That's why our people are where we are.
But we understand that. But I'm
Latinos,
saying
you see
give-
Latinos living 20 deep.
Today's not a day that we're going to criticize them.
I'm
Today is the day.
criticize.
Yes, but today's not the day we're going
I'm
to
not
do
criticizing. I
that.
commend
Today is
them.
the
How many
day-
black people gonna live 20 deep in the
Not
house?
them. I'm talking about the people that move to the suburbs and have made it and don't reach back.
That's the
Today,
problem.
We're not going to criticize them. Today we're going to give them a formula to do what you have done and do so effectively.
You can do that wherever you are. You can do that in a jail
Well,
cell.
tell them how.
You
Maybe
can-
they don't know.
Give back. Stop being so selfish. Cat Williams said it. Stop, be grateful. Stop being ungrateful. We have arrived. When I came back from Tanzania and Ethiopia back in '06, I remember, and I got to the Avenue Market. First day back, Avenue Market, cast new ones, new ones, new ones, loose ones, loose ones, loose ones. I remember the people in Africa having a fraction of what we have here. We got lights. We have running water. We have toilets. Imagine going to the bathroom in a hole in the ground. Can you imagine living in a hut? I mean, we got the people living in the boxes underneath the, MLK with the TV set that don't run and shoes lined up. But I mean, we have so much, and we don't take advantage of what we have. You agree over that? We don't take advantage of the resources. School, public education, free in this country, in Baltimore City, in the state of Maryland, free. In foreign countries, Jamaica, Tanzania, all throughout Africa, third world countries, you have to pay to go to school.
But that does not tell the people who have made it how to reach back. For Thanksgiving,
Well, have they really
we're gonna
made
be
it?
less
That's
critical.
really the thing.
That's what we do every week, Donnie. But for Thanksgiving,
Have we
and
really
in the
made
spirit
it?
of giving, let's give them a solution in case they think they've made it. And they think that they don't know how to reach back, and they think that the problem is beyond them, and they see the city the way the media portrays it. They're from it, but not of it. How do they make a difference this holiday season with one person?
Look
Just give an
beyond yourself and your circumstances. Just look around. You think you got it rough, you think you got it good. If you have it good, then make sure you can duplicate and replicate yourself, and you have some other people who can do good along the line, starting with our very own children. And on that note, a happy Thanksgiving to Asan Peyton Glover and Nyende Amari Glover. But if you have a suit that you don't wear anymore because you have lost so much weight, you've lost so much weight, and you don't know what to do with that suit, find somebody who it can fit and give it to them. You like that one? if you see somebody making some mistakes, there's some young guys in my neighborhood who have chosen a profession I may not have chosen. But for whatever reason, and in any event, you still should speak to them. You still should encourage them. You still should take the time and see what their goals and aspirations are. Stop judging all the time. A lot of times we judge. Who am I to judge? Judge not lest ye be judged. Those who judge don't matter. Those who matter don't judge. So just take time out. And I would think most of all for me, find out what your purpose is. That's been the greatest blessing that I have had, knowing what I was put here to do, which is media, print, radio, television, internet, bemorenews.com, and use your skills to help other people, to help build some Catalina Byrds and some Bobby Marvins and some Hassan Giordano's and some Shanoa Lenays. Those are my thoughts. What do you think? How'd I do?
I think you did all right.
Anything else?
Yeah, in closing, what are your desires for Bobby, myself, Hassan, Janor? Where do you want to see your mentees go? 20 years from now, like Charles Robinson said, is you're grooming someone to take your place. Where do you want to see us go? What plateau do you want to see us reach that you may not have or you may not get the opportunity to?
No, I'm doing it. International. International. When I went to Tanzania and I saw pictures of 50 Cent posters around 50 Cent. I remember that was '06, and going to the Middle East, Jordan, '02. I remember asking the young Jordanians what they knew about African Americans, if they knew about Frederick Douglass, if they knew about Martin Luther King, about David Walker, and names that we all should know, W.E.B. Du Bois, Booker T. Washington, Marcus Garvey, if they knew of and they knew nothing. All they knew was rap songs. And when I think of my first media professor, Ron Nichols, and I think of Charlie Duggar, the first guy that took me on the radio 30 years ago. These black men, these black people, these brilliant people, and I think of people like Jesse McDade Bay, and he wasn't necessarily a mentor up close, but I listened to his shows and was really inspired by Jesse McDade Bay on WEAA. I know that it's important to take our image of who we are, the real who we are, the strength, your grandmama, my grandmama, to going to the church. Grandma would say, stop by the church sometime. Taking all of that and making sure the world knows that we're more than just a 50 Cent video. And 50, all right, that's nice, but we are so much more. We are scientists. We are astronomers. We are doctors. We are lawyers. We're legal geniuses. We're Supreme Court judges. We're brothers. We're sisters. We're real people. We look out for each other when the blizzard come around. And I think just spreading the love, getting back to our roots, but making sure the world knows about that we have real love. We all not in the penitentiary. We all ain't smoking rocks and sniffing dope. Some of us out here helping people. I think of just making sure the world knows about our heroes, like right here in the city of Baltimore, people like B. Gaddy and the late Councilman Ken Harris and Israel Kayson. Making sure the world knows our story, because this is global. This internet thing, it's around the world. And we have an opportunity. Instead of being on Facebook all the day talking about my stomach hurt, let's get on there and talk about how we are working on this legislation, how Baltimore and Prince George's County have so many things in common. I'm still hearing people talking that's Baltimore and Baltimore's Bama and D.C. Who cares? We need each other. Baltimore, Prince George's County, two strongest black jurisdictions in the state of Maryland. We should be on the phone with them all the time. Those are my personal beliefs.
Be careful on the phone with them folks out there. But anyhow, it's always great. It's funny that he never went into politics, only political media, because he's very good at answering questions without answering them. But you get the gist. He loves us dearly. There is no limit to what he wants for us. Hassan, Bobby, Lance, you all aren't here. Kanika, Janor, you're behind the camera. I know, and let me just say for him, because I'm good at polishing what he means, that he loves us all dearly. He wants nothing but the best for us. And 20 years from now, we'll be able to look back and say, Be More News gave us our start. And then we took that model and moved on to something bigger and better and continued with the legacy that we set forth. And then continued to reach back like our mentor taught us. I'm Catalina Byrd. This is Be More News. And this is the news before the news.